Alright, making the video the hard way. Direct upload thing. Yeah. So YouTube's now taking, whatever, 10 hours to upload my... I can't even upload videos now, so now I'm really fucked. I mean, it's only a 200 megabyte video. Oh, it finally uploaded. Yeah, it took 4 hours to upload a 200 megabyte video. So, I mean, fuck. This is just hopeless. Hopeless, I say. Anyway, so now it's processing. So maybe it'll be done finally. But I mean, this is just no fun. You know, you can't make videos on YouTube anymore. But maybe it's just a thing and a glitch and whatever, and they're gonna fix it. But maybe it's the new, you know, don't make long videos because we don't like them, or something. I don't know. It's not even a long. It's a 5-minute video. Guys, you know, it's just kind of funny. I can't upload a 5-minute video. Ironic. Yeah, that's what it is. Alright, so anyway, edible napalm has made this stupid, idiotic, another one. I don't know what this passion is. He wants everybody to say Thomas Jefferson was a rapist because, yes, it was technically, you know, wrong to have forced sex with a slave. Now, I can't say it would be wrong to have consensual sex with a slave, okay? Now, here's the circumstance, right? Okay, Thomas Jefferson goes to France to be a diplomat. He takes Sally Hemings, a 3/4 white woman, right? She's 3/4 white, and she may have been actually some kind of half-sister, some kind of sister removed to his ex-wife. I mean, his dead wife, right? He's a widower in France. Okay, wait. So, and he takes Sally Hemings with him to care for his 2 daughters, right? So we already have some kind of, wow, that sort of looks like a family already, don't it? Yeah, a little bit. But anyway, and to France, a country that doesn't recognize slavery, so she could have escaped as a slave. You know, you wouldn't take your slaves to France, obviously, because France doesn't recognize slavery, so your slaves would be free. They wouldn't be free to do much, because even in France, black people didn't have too much to do, but she would have been free. But anyway, regardless, just play this out. So I'm supposed to say Thomas Jefferson, a man of some accomplishment. We're supposed to just say he's a rapist. We're supposed to use a word like rape to describe this individual because he committed a crime, which was to have sex with a woman that wasn't legally capable of giving consent. So he was supposed to consider her, you know, not possible to have a relationship with. So regardless of whether she wanted to have sex or not, he was supposed to say, no, we can't do it because you're a slave. So even if she was like flirting all over the place and putting on a maid suit and doing whatever she could to, you know, get him interested, that would have been wrong. Now, I'm not saying that happened, okay? But I mean, this whole idea, these people are arguing that every man is a rapist, that this man was a rapist. Okay, he wasn't a man who could love a quarter African American woman. No, he was just a rapist, and because he had power, he would abuse it. He wanted to have sex with women against their will. This is how these people think men have sex, apparently. Right? It would never even occur to me, even if I owned a woman, okay, to ever have sex with her if she wasn't wanting to have sex with me. It wouldn't even occur to me to do that. I mean, it's not that it wouldn't even occur to me. There's no way I could function that way. There's no way I could forcibly have sex with a woman and personally enjoy it against her will. That really wouldn't be a possibility for me personally. But apparently I'm a highly unusual, bizarrely unusual male, because we can't cut this guy, President of the United States, writer of the Declaration of Independence. We can't cut him the tiniest of break, okay? And we have to call him a rapist because Pirro says so. Yeah, that's right, Pirro. I see your fucking comment on the video, you fucking cunt. Again. So yeah, of course you're blocked again. Don't ever show. Fuck you. You know, really. I'm just going to quit watching your videos. I don't even want to know who you are. I mean, you're such an asshole. A pathetic asshole. I mean, this is, you know, look, the context of slavery, right? So here we have Jefferson already has slaves that are already 3/4 white. All right? I mean, it's been going on in the North. That's a different kind of slavery in the North than in the South. Okay? So this has already become a big problem. And, you know, there's even theories that the part of the whole emancipation movement was women in the North, just because they were sick of having all these slave women around, because, you know, men were, you know, whatever. Whatever. Anyway, so let's just say, I'm supposed to say, if I was Thomas Jefferson, let's say, and let's just assume that was my name, and I went to France, and I, you know, became intimate with a woman who might even look like my ex-wife, my dead wife, and I had sex with her in a perfectly mutual way, a loving way. And that a relationship too, there's no evidence that Thomas Jefferson was screwing other slaves, or that Sally Hemings was with any other men. There's no evidence that this wasn't a long-term relationship. It doesn't sound like one to be found on rape. There's no evidence that she testified to any of her children that Thomas Jefferson was a brutal rapist. But we have to call him a rapist. We have to burn him in effigy, right? As a horrible human being. We know for sure that he has the heart of a taker, that it wasn't consensual sex, that it wasn't love, that it wasn't any, that's not even in the realm of possibility here. So we have no reason to give him any slack whatsoever, because we know the heart of every man is a sadistic, evil, motherfucking rapist. All the rapists are telling me so, right? Edible napalm. He apparently could conceive of raping women. Unseen perfidy is apparently he could conceive of raping men, or whatever he rapes, dogs or something. He would go out and rape them against their will. He wouldn't seduce them first or try to have a relationship with them. He would just say, "You're my dog and you're going to be my bitch," to use Edible Napalm's clever language. So this is even part of it, right? This southern pig, this pig of a human being, this unmeritorious baboon man, right, is going to talk about Thomas Jefferson. Right? Thomas Jefferson, to quote Jefferson to Hemings, "I'm about to rape a bitch." Now, why would he say that to Hemings? That doesn't make much sense, right? Because I imagine she would be right there where he's doing it to her. So he's putting those words in Thomas Jefferson's mouth, and this is all okay with everybody. This is the way. This is a fair cop trial. You fairly convicted this relationship. It's statutorily rape, right? So therefore, no, if ever in the history of all slavery, if a man had sex with a slave woman, it was rape. It doesn't matter what was in their hearts, doesn't matter what consent took place. You're going to say because she couldn't give legal consent, she couldn't give any consent, and that if she wanted it, she didn't have the right to it. Right? So if she wanted to be with somebody like Thomas Jefferson, she couldn't. She shouldn't have the right to do it. They should wait 100 years till slavery's abolished and then have their relationship. They should wait till they're dead and in the ground, and then they should have sex. Anyway, just disgusting. I'm just so sick of these fucking putrid piles of crap shit fucking human beings, including the peach. Right, so here's her argument. No evidence that Jefferson raped Sally Hemings, Gary? You mean aside from the DNA evidence? So I didn't know DNA proves rape? I didn't know that. Holy shit. Fuck. I wish somebody would have told me that. We can just do a DNA test and it tells that it proves rape? It proves the intent of the male? Amazing! It proves exactly what was in his head? Oh, fucking cool! That proved that Sally's descendants and Jefferson's descendants are related. Yeah, well, you know, some of that's going to be already evidenced anyway, because it's speculated that Jefferson's father was, you know, humping the slave. So whatever. Horace Salle's son Mason Hemings' memoir. He didn't really have a memoir. Apparently he gave an interview. That's all I could find anyway. And he just basically said, I be Thomas Jefferson's son. Yeah, and they all, Jefferson did make sure that the sons were kind of accomplished. I mean, he violin players. And notice his name, Madison Jefferson. Well, it was Madison Hemings is the name he took. But Madison, right? So you think Thomas Jefferson would have raped a slave and then asked her to call him Madison, right? Madison was Jefferson's best friend. And he would have chosen to have his rape child called Madison. He wouldn't have had her and the kid thrown into the Thames when he was in France, right? If he was just a rapist. Well, whatever. Which detailed the lives of Jefferson's shadow family and its dynamic. Well, anyway, you say it detailed something. I haven't seen too much detail, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I mean, apparently Jefferson didn't care much. He didn't take much interest in children, and so I don't see anywhere. Do you have a quote from Madison Hemings saying Thomas Jefferson raped my mother? I don't think you have that. Not to mention the major scandal that broke during Jefferson's presidency. Well, obviously it wasn't that major. That he was fucking her, which was documented in contemporary newspapers. Nope, no evidence, right? Yeah, no evidence of rape. Again, if you want to do this to the word rape, if you want to say that any man who had sex with a black woman, okay, before the slavery was abolished, was a rapist, if that's what you want to do to the word rape, then go at it, Miss Feminist. But I don't think you're doing the word rape any good. I don't think you're doing fairness any good. I think you people are all pretty much disgusting. I mean, shouldn't we really demand a little more evidence of rape than this? I mean, I think we should have the highest penalties possible for any man who forces himself on a woman. Alright? But I mean, if this is how you're going to convict people, you're not doing the cause any good. If this is a conviction for rape, yeah, I'm saying you're way short of enough evidence here. Way, way, way short. And so all you are is slandering, petty, fucking weasel bitches. I mean, if you're going to throw the word rape around like this, then yeah, why, how do we take women seriously if this is what they're going to call rape? I mean, you really don't think you have to have any more evidence than that. You're just going to sit there and say, no woman, no black woman was allowed to give consent. She wasn't allowed to. It wasn't that there was a bad law that made her a slave. Even more so, she still couldn't. Right? Because she could violate the law. She could break the law, and she could give a man consent. And you're saying she still couldn't do that. Because you think the law was right. You think she should have been a slave. That's the right law, and it would have been wrong for her to break that law and say, no, I'm going to have sex with a white man. Fuck the law. Fuck this rotten, stupid, stinking law. And she didn't have a right to do that. No black woman had the right to do that. Fuck you people. I mean, really, I don't know what happened. Alright? But you're saying the circumstantial evidence proves rape. And I'm saying that's a preposterous accusation based on the circumstantial evidence. You just can't get there from the evidence. So let's read Pierrot's fucking cunt comment. So this stupid unseen perfidy cunt says, this is why I say that people who deny Jefferson raped Hemings is a racist and a rape apologist. So you're not only apologizing for rapists, which I'm not doing, I'm apologizing for men who can fall in love with people and who can get into relationships that are probably wrong, who can have awkward relationships even. I mean, a couple of times in my life I almost got into relationships with women that were like 20 years older than me, that might have been awful messy. And should I have not done it merely because of social stigma, because it was wrong, because people would look funny at us? Should that been the reason why I wouldn't have done it? Damn, you people suck. Okay. So then Piro chimes in. So fuck you for this, Piro. Just fuck you in the ass for this bullshit. They might only be a rape apologist. It's harder to be sure it's racism or not. So now you're going to say you can't be sure I'm a racist based on the fact that I don't think we should be calling Thomas Jefferson a rapist. I hope every fucking time you ever say Thomas Jefferson's name in the future ever, in the rest of your life, that you include the word the rapist Thomas Jefferson. Alright? Please do that, or I'm going to call you a duplicitous motherfucking cunt of a hypocrite. Satisfy your obligation because of this stupid jackass comment. But it is impossible to think it is not a kind of rape. Well, shouldn't rape be what's in the man's mind? And so you apparently have enough evidence to convict Thomas Jefferson of wanting to have forcible sex with black women, when there's no evidence they had forcible sex with any woman, let alone a black woman, or any other black women. But you're going to convict him nonetheless. Slaves can't consent. It's rape. So yes, so slavery's not bad enough. You're saying that even if they love somebody, they can't have sex, because then they're consenting to being raped. It's not possible. And again, I mean, we're not talking about some kind of guy, some greasy, nasty human being for which we know nothing about, some fucking evil person whipping his slaves. We're talking about Thomas the fuck Jefferson. Okay? Monticello wasn't exactly the hellhole for slaves even. Right? It wasn't exactly hell. And you know, you people are sitting there saying, okay, you know what was in his heart, you know what was in his mind and in his head, all right, when he had sex with a 3/4 white woman. And not that that's not that that should be important, but it, you know, I mean, I'm just trying to get to the point that, you know, this isn't that unreasonable to think that what if slaves were white? Then is it more conceivable to you? Does that make a difference to you? Let's say the slaves were just some other European. They were Polacks, let's say. Slaves were Polacks. Then could you understand that it would be possible for a white man and a Polish woman to have sex? That that would be consensual on the woman's part, that she might find a fairly attractive man of distinguished qualifications and accomplishments, that she might find that man attractive, and that she might want to have a relationship with a man of such accomplishment. That's not possible for you to imagine. The only way Thomas Jefferson can get laid is to tie these, whip the slave down on the ground and beat the shit out of her and rape her and take it and steal it. He couldn't talk a woman out of her fucking goodies. Is that your fucking idiotic argument, you fucking goddamn idiots? No, your argument is, I have a right to convict Thomas Jefferson. I can say grotesque things. I can put grotesque words in his mouth, okay, because he's dead and he can't fight back. And that's all you fucking cunts are doing. I mean, this is just so fucking idiotic. I have no horse in this race. I when have I made videos talking about how Thomas Jefferson was the greatest man that ever lived? I usually talk about how Benjamin Franklin was one hell of a man. And you know, frankly, Benjamin Franklin might have been more of a rapist than Thomas Jefferson. But let's not even get into it. I think it's just idiotic to convict people of these kinds of vice crimes 300 fucking years later. And because you fucking assholes think there's some point in doing this, for what purpose I don't understand. I don't understand how it elevates the word rape. I don't understand how it elevates a conversation about human rights. I don't think it elevates anything. I think it's just totally disgusting. You people just suck. The internet just sucks. The human race just sucks. I just can't wait till you're all flat as asphalt. I mean, God damn. Shit. I think I'd like to write Thomas Jefferson's name on the Doomsday Bomb, just so he gets a little bit of just desserts. Up your ass with this bullshit. Rape a bitch. Like Thomas Jefferson would say that. You can't even do that. You can't even put reasonable words in Thomas Jefferson's mouth. You're going to sit there and slander a guy who was about 7 million times the speed of light squared more eloquent than you, and you're going to do this. Why? Because he had sex with a 3/4 white woman. And it was against the law, and he wasn't allowed to do it because it was against the law. The law says so. Just amazing. So I assume when there was laws against sodomy, you know, homosexual, like this state just made it legal for gays to get married. But if any gays were in long-term relationships and pretending to be married, yeah, they were wrong to be doing that. They're raping each other. You know, it's technically they don't have the right. Fuck you people. Just fuck this shit. So anyway, much longer than I should have gone. But yeah, I'm not gonna. If Napalm's video apparently is just 18 minutes of him just talking about rapey genes or something, so forget about it. He's a moron. Piro's. You can go fucking straight to fucking goddamn hell. You're gonna comment on crap videos like that. Crap, absolute crap videos, essentially slandering me, calling me a rape apologist. I should be called a rape apologist because I'm not willing to convict Thomas Jefferson of forcible, non-consensual sex. Yeah, fuck you.